Silence in the court!
Watch the force of these teams colliding. On this pitch, every meter gained is a matter of law. We are looking at the Jumpingbloggers, a grassroots squad attempting to hold the line against the Politicomix. It's a massive establishment team, backed by classified tactics and autocratic legislation. The referee, officially known as Gatekeeper, has awarded the Politicomix an encroaching lineout right on the edge of the Jumpingbloggers' territory. The Politicomix are now using their raw lawmaking ability and sheer physical bulk to execute a devastating set piece. The ball is thrown in, and the instant a provocative Politicomix player gathers it, 8 massive forwards bind together. They latch onto the ball carrier, forming a 900-kilogram rolling maul, a structure the commentators refer to as a coordinated, choreographed obstruction. The Politicomix begin driving the maul forward, churning up the turf. They are putting immense physical pressure on the much smaller Jumpingbloggers, desperately trying to push the establishment agenda into the end zone. Halting this churning mass by force is a physical impossibility for the defending team. The Jumpingbloggers are boxed in by the game's jurisprudence. If they attempt to execute a legal bind to alter the vertical coordinate and collapse the structure, referee Gatekeeper will immediately blow his whistle. They will be penalized for violating a specific rule, the prohibition of gravity-induced dissolution. When fighting back physically guarantees a penalty, the establishment holds all the cards. They can comfortably steamroll the opposition, relying on their massive size and the protection of autocratic jurisprudence. Faced with a 900-kilogram assault, Captain Widget of the Jumpingbloggers makes an unusual decision. He completely disengages from the defensive line, ignores the ball, and sprints over to the referee to signal for a timeout. Referee Gatekeeper sees a perfectly normal rugby play, 3 or more corporate entities physically conjoined at the torso to drive the ball. But Widget introduces a completely different layer of authority, formally citing the structure as a violation of Municipal Bylaw 402. This logic map shows exactly how Widget argues his case. On the left, we have the physical reality of the rugby players. On the right, the Municipal Legal Code. Widget points out that these 8 entities have gathered in a public space, moving as a synchronized syndicate with a shared political objective. Under Bylaw 402, this matches the legal definition of an unlawful assembly, or a blog mob. Because the Politicomix failed to file for a public demonstration permit before executing the play, the maneuver loses its status as a sporting event. Legally, the gathering immediately converts into an unregistered political riot. Furthermore, the diagram shows how the Politicomix have built a fortified vanguard around the ball, which represents the truth. By shielding it, they are deliberately obstructing a public right-of-way and blocking democratic access to that truth. Widget has effectively relocated the battle. By trapping the referee in a layer of municipal bureaucracy, he has forced the game to stop prioritizing physical momentum over legal procedure. Referee Gatekeeper is now caught in a dilemma. If he ignores the municipal code and allows the maul to proceed, he risks public accusations of showing autocratic bias towards the establishment team. Sweating under the pressure, Gatekeeper stops the clock entirely. He escalates the decision to the TV umpire, known as reverse blog. In an instant, the arena of conflict shifts from the muddy grass of the pitch to a sterile administrative tribunal on the stadium's big screen. The physical reality of the game is suspended. Nearly a ton of aggressive, mud-covered forwards are suddenly forced to stand totally idle, forced to wait while their athletic maneuver is subjected to an administrative review. Up in the broadcast booth, the commentators completely abandon their analysis of ruck speeds and blindside defense. Instead, they find themselves debating the nuances of constitutional crowd control and residential zoning jurisdictions. You neutralize a physical threat by paralyzing its momentum. By forcing an administrative tribunal, Widget removes the establishment's ability to utilize their size and strength. For 2 agonizing minutes, the stadium falls dead silent. The massive screens replay the maul from multiple angles as the TV umpire finalizes a highly complex administrative verdict. The referee marches back onto the field and announces the primary ruling. The attacking syndicate is officially penalized because they failed to produce an environmental impact report for their mobile structure. The Tribunal also cites a secondary violation. The heavy, synchronized breathing of the massive forwards officially exceeds the legal noise ordinances permitted in a residential sporting zone. Rather than simply awarding a penalty kick, the judiciary issues a court interdict against the Politicomix. The 900-kilogram mass of players is legally ordered to disperse by 50 meters to prevent further unauthorized congregation, physically dismantling their entire offensive attack. With the establishment defense scattered by court order, Gatekeeper restarts the game. He awards possession directly to the Jumpingbloggers via a paranoid scrum, handing the tactical high ground right back to the grassroots team. In modern ideological clashes, an underdog does not need to match an opponent's physical mass to secure a win. You can defeat an establishment advance by weaponizing the paralyzing, unassailable power of semantic pedantry and bureaucratic red tape.